I ain't even say this perm having name. You just want to bring the top up. Say, bro, man, you be relevant, and I said what I said, bro. You need a like me to keep you going.
You're saying Cottrell is evil and he's a bad influence. So you want to go and put that man on his knees.
Once a huge NBA YoungBoy supporter, NLE Choppa just flipped the script and fired shots on his new track KO, and the internet lost its mind overnight.
YB babies ain't money getting. They'll hurt you, kill you, and eat out your icebox as they break in your house. I'm not battling with childhood like a YB fan. Them kids need to be put in mental institutions. This man, YB, sound like he angry. He want to out his mama. He want to be his daddy. He want to his uncle. I don't want to hear that kind of shit. I'm not in pain. I'm a money getter. YB babies ain't money getting. I don't feel that. That's not soul music. I'm a soulful brother. I'm not in pain. Them kids need to be put in mental institutions. You see they had that on medication.
The switch up is wild because not long ago he was saluting YoungBoy. Now he's pressing him on wax like it's personal. On the record, NLE raps. You're so bad for the youth. Nothing positive, you do you. The reasons guys are going after their girls thinking that it's cute. You send guys to do what you wouldn't even do. That's a direct hit, and it had timelines buzzing within minutes.
Some people would call it, you have your third eye open. Some people would call it, yo, a dumb not act smart. Some people would call it fake woke. Some people would call it someone trying to seem deeper than most. Pause. It's kind of like how people, it evokes some of the similar thoughts like how we had about XXXTentacion, where people felt like, you know, he understood life a little bit on a different level. And I think that's what NLE Choppa is aiming for.
He doubles down calling the role model label cap, saying YoungBoy could never fill those shoes, and that his whole aura gives him the ick. Guys like you make me sick. Industry folks were stunned, caught off guard that Choppa took it there so bluntly. Yeah. Charleston White quickly chimed in and backed the message, saying, YoungBoy's music is bad news for listeners, which only poured more gas on the discourse.
Today I'm gonna talk about being jealous and being envious. So you want to make a video dancing around like a ballerina, and then you got a man on his knees, and you're saying Cottrell is evil and he's a bad influence. So you want to go and put that man on his knees on a video, right? Okay, fine. I bet they have another video with that same on his knees, because who gonna even play that stupid role? If you know better, you do better. Your head look like without a rubber on top of it. But yet, you want to sit here and try to talk about somebody. You better be lucky I can't say what I want to say on Instagram.
Even DJ Academics looked shocked on stream, admitting he didn't expect Choppa to go at YoungBoy this openly. By sunrise, the clip was everywhere, reactions flying from every corner, and then the family stepped in. NBA YoungBoy's own mother jumped online and went off on Choppa, defending her son with serious energy.
They are very concerned about the NBA YoungBoy concert. So concerned that even before the concert went forward this weekend, they notified Louisiana Stadium Exposition District, also known as that manages the Superdome and Smoothie King Center, in particular notified ASM Global that, this is like a really dangerous thing that could have very unforeseen consequences. Now, the response from ASM Global was, we'll hire some security inside, it'll be fine. NOPD's response was, you don't get what we're saying. There is such a propensity around these concerts that is so not an if but a when, that we are concerned we'll have to activate the department to be around the downtown area to protect citizens and revelers.
NLE Choppa had been off the grid for about a year, so folks saying he's jealous of YoungBoy's current wave isn't coming out of nowhere.
He's not able to defend his name, bro, and it be a lot going on within his name about him when, to me, bro, he a real stand-up dude, and it was just unfortunate how it happened. Like, he came to a person as a man.
Timing looks spicy, and the streets noticed timing first. YoungBoy just launched his first tour in 5 years, fans paying whatever to see him. And demand got so heavy, they added around 25 more dates. Straight pressure. It's buzzing so hard that, allegedly, certain officials want the run wrapped quick because the energy around these shows is getting intense.
Man, YoungBoy, king of rap. We just gotta claim it today. King of rap. King of rap. That's a new narrative I'm driving. These gonna have to bow to the feet. I like it. We're not talking about Kendrick and Drake. They're on a different level. But below Kendrick and Drake, I'm sorry. With all due respect to every other rapper, YoungBoy is the king of rap right now. I'm sorry to tell y'all. The walk down I seen in Atlanta tonight. Give him the throne. Just give him the throne. YoungBoy the king of rap. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Hey, listen, I'm not saying it's gonna last forever. But for right now, in the last 4 or 5 months, YoungBoy the king of rap.
Reports say Louisiana is even watching YoungBoy's New Orleans stop closely, which tells you how massive the momentum is right now. When a tour starts moving like that, everybody talks. Supporters, haters, and the quiet ones too. But to really get YoungBoy's reaction, you gotta rewind the tape to their history, because this story been brewing.
Look, YoungBoy. What's his click?
Why would I tell you?
What's his click though? What's the 4K track? Damn.
Okay, Trey for life.
I'm OCF.
He said I'm OCF.
OCF for life. I'm from Chicago. Who? You boy.
Back in 2019, NLE was a super fan. When YoungBoy got arrested, NLE even dropped a whole song for him titled For a YoungBoy, hoping he'd get released. Real public support at the time. Everything flipped when King Von passed and the temperature in the industry changed overnight.
Let me know who beat me, bro. Respectfully, the only that's really respectfully, the only that's really ahead in that space is YoungBoy.
In 2022, YoungBoy dropped Bring the Hook, throwing shots at O-Block and mentioning King Von, and the culture exploded. Timelines lit up instantly.
Yeah.
DJ Academics reacted like NBA YoungBoy's on Demon Time and he's dropping another tape, while O-Block's own Lil Reese clapped back saying, that ain't no Demon Time. NLE's approach wasn't the usual rap back and move on. He played it different and everybody felt the shift instantly. Critics said he was just rapping like everyone else, but his angle had weight and timing, and that's why it hit so hard.
I don't even say this perm having name. You just want to bring it top up. Say, bro, man, you be relevant, and I said what I said, bro. You need a like me to keep you going. Your views go up now, clown. I'm willing to help y'all about it, man. But I hate NBA so much, man. Go get them some views, man. Help get some views, man.
When Lil Reese
And I understand how NBA YoungBoy feel, and he was talking directly to NLE Chopper at that time. So we're going to take a little intermission. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that comment, hit that hype, and subscribe if you're new around here. We're going to get right back into it. This is heating up, and I hope it don't go to the next level. Let's go, y'all.
NLE backed him and made it crystal clear. He even said, I stamped that. And that became his official stance in the back and forth. That shocked folks because he's long been known as a massive NBA YoungBoy fan, so picking a side like that sent a message louder than any sub. YoungBoy didn't take it lightly either. He answered on, no like I know, straight to the point and icy. On that record, YoungBoy rapped, I bet your mama be destroyed when we send you to God for making statements, choosing sides about my beef with them boys. I guess you could say I was your favorite. That bar shook the room and you could feel the temperature rise online.
Nah, for real though, I don't see why this was surprising or new to y'all. Everybody jumping ship because this how the industry is. Nobody in the industry is gonna stick around you when you at your lowest. If they can't get clout, notoriety, money, fame, features, videos, something that they could benefit from off you, they're gonna jump ship. I don't see why it's surprising that everybody is on YB in the industry. That's how it go. They only gonna f you when it's beneficial to them. None of these ain't grow up with dirt. None of these ain't friends or real homies with dirt for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Or they would never change, or they would never jump ship. Because where we from, if you with me, my ops is your ops is mine. Some people don't look at it like that. Some people look at it like I with both parties, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And look, you not wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to the that still there, stayed down for Dirk, his real family and friends.
After YoungBoy,
Yeah, I would say because now you got even Drake about to work with NBA YoungBoy. They talking about it. Got DJ Academics talking about how Drake and NBA YoungBoy might work together. But NBA YoungBoy just 2 years ago was throwing shots at Drake because he tried to work with Drake. But Drake said that he won't work with NBA YoungBoy because he's cool with Lil Durk. But now what happened? Because Lil Durk locked up and you need that. Drake is so fake. That's why I be grinding Drake up. Let's keep going.
response, NLE switched up the optics. he changed the title of his song from Free YoungBoy to just YoungBoy, basically signaling he wasn't standing with him anymore. Then he sat with DJ Academics to speak on the tension, choosing his words carefully, but keeping it direct enough to move headlines. He kept the press run going and sent a message about accountability, saying YoungBoy needed to keep his act straight and stay out of jail. On The Breakfast Club, he doubled down, saying, NB, a young boy needs to be more careful.
Eagle Willis. We have Floyd County Commissioner, Mr. Marvin Arrington. And we have Floyd County Probate Judge, Judge Keegan Johnson. And they got
Damn, this a judge up there? Yo, the judge in the city sending all the rappers in the city to jail. But the out-of-town rapper that came here, that basically, hey, you know what type of time I be on. You over here giving him an award? Oh, nah, Atlanta's in shambles.
Yeah, they hate you.
If y'all are a rapper who ever got prosecuted by this, or not prosecuted, but like got sent to jail by this judge, and basically you watching an out-of-town rap getting an award for doing 10 times worse than what you do, you gotta feel sick. You gotta feel sick.
He's got a lot of people looking up to him, and he needs to set a better example. He needs to stay out of trouble and just focus on his music. That's a challenge and a warning all at once. Thing is, since getting out, YoungBoy actually tried to lock in and focus, which makes NLE's new stance feel extra personal.
So I'm in the dressing room, and we just talking about a bunch of, he's also telling me, and I will never say who, he's telling me all the rappers who was now hitting him up, and he kind of asked me, he's like, so what you think, man? Because I think he's thinking like, yo, should he forgive some of these, like, but all these rappers on it, you know what I mean? Like, they're all like, yo, young boy, we love you, right? And I gave him the best advice, I think. I said, I didn't want to impart my thoughts on it because I don't know fully what he's been through and what he's thought. Because, he was down where nobody would upon him. So I said, whatever your heart feels about any of these are kind of doubling back or now they want to do whatever, go with that.
NBA YoungBoy's momentum went crazy. So much that reports said over 400 NOPD officers would be posted nightly for his New Orleans home state shows, with extra security on deck, plus drones and armored vehicles on standby. Serious lockdown vibes.
Bro, 400 police officers, drones, and armored trucks. That New Orleans show would have broke the internet, bro.
That's how intense the nights got, and it set the stage for the move that had NLE Choppa heated. A tweet went viral calling it the boldest live moment yet. YoungBoy performing the diss everyone talks about, I Hate YoungBoy, for the first time in front of a sold-out crowd in Atlanta. He waited until the Atlanta stopped to run that record, the same city tied to King Von's passing, and the crowd reaction was wild from the floor to the nosebleeds. Fans lit up the timeline with spicy takes, saying YoungBoy pressed the gas in ATL, then performed I Hate YoungBoy right there where the city still remembers what happened. No flinch, no filter. Even a respected Chicago OG jumped in, throwing shots at YoungBoy and saluting Lil Durk, which only turned the temperature up more. But once NLE Choppa started coming at YoungBoy, the fan detectives pulled receipts. Clips from just last year where NLE said YoungBoy was the only artist doing better than him. That flip had people talking heavy, like what changed and why now? Right before hitting the stage for another show, YoungBoy finally spoke up, quick and sharp on his IG story. He sent a message saying rappers need him, and even washed up rappers need him just to spark a buzz for themselves. Clear subtext, no names needed. This is where the real reason for NLE Choppa's diss finally popped out. He was planting his flag in the YoungBoy verses, Durk feud, and making it loud. His name kept getting tossed around as a rapper who switched sides after Lil Z made noise about fake rappers, and the timeline went nuts. One post summed it up like, Lil Zama speaks on why it's no surprise the industry is switching up on Durk for NBA YoungBoy, and suddenly Choppa's loyalty got put under a microscope.
Little free YB, man. Free YB.
Everyone needs to stay muted. Okay.
Free YB.
All right. Mr. Golden's case has already been called. He's done with court today. For those of you interested, everyone keep yourselves muted.
Free YB.
Free YB.
Free YB.
Thing is, NLE had been off the scene for about a year, so folks assumed he spun the block and ran back to YoungBoy, but then he dropped KOKO to make it crystal. He still rocks with Durk, period. OTF affiliates lined up and posted the same energy, basically telling people, if you're rocking with what YoungBoy did, then stay on that sign. Choose your lane and don't swerve. That message hit hard across the feed, and you could feel the split forming in real time. From there, the moment ballooned into a full industry spectacle. Everybody had a take. But the part that shocked people was who started paying attention next. Word spread that Atlanta was in shambles after YoungBoy received the key to the city, and that headline turned whispers into arguments on every podcast and panel. To many, that move looked like the nail in the coffin for 4BF, YSL, and OTF narratives, like the tide was flipping in public opinion fast.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll say this. Let me vibe with y'all for a second. I'm going to give y'all my opinion. Make sure y'all drop a like on this, hit that hype button, leave a comment, and subscribe to find your way back. With this situation, I'm going to tell you the biggest mistake Lil Durk made in that situation. And it's actually a surprising mistake. You wouldn't even see it as like the actual mistake. You're like, oh, he probably did this or this. The biggest mistake he did was support Kamala Harris. Yes, he supported Kamala Harris. YoungBoy stayed on the side of Donald Trump. Kamala Harris ended up not winning the election. The same way Diddy didn't support Donald Trump, but now he wants a pardon. Lil Durk didn't support Donald Trump. He actually spoke out and spoke bad about Donald Trump. And guess what? Diddy and Lil Durk are still locked up. People like Kodak Black, YoungBoy, Larry Hoover, they all got pardons because they support Donald Trump. Now, you stay true to what you want, but in hindsight, that was the biggest mistake he could have made because you supported a loser, and that loser can't do nothing for you. YoungBoy supported Donald Trump, and that situation of supporting Donald Trump actually got him a pardon to the point where because YoungBoy was looking at some serious charges. If I'm not mistaken, he was booked for the situation of him acting like he was a pharmacist. And he hit up over 10 pharmacies getting hundreds of pills when he was on Gravedigger Mountain. And it was all types of fraud cases and pharmaceutical cases and drug cases on him. Like, there was serious cases because he was getting some serious drugs. He was going to do time for that. But he got pardoned by Donald Trump, which is crazy. Which is crazy work. So now he out here and he bombing on you, and he the hottest thing smoking. He just had the one of the most, I think he numbered the second biggest, most grossing tour in the US ever for the amount of dates he had. So he out here doing his thing, and you know, these males, I'm gonna keep it a beam. Males are no different than females when a guy is popping. When you main man with the money, guys act like females. They worse than females. They'll hate on females that come around if you around the guy with the money. If you the guy around the guy with the fame, they dick eaters. Most guys are dick eaters. Most guys don't stand on their own 2 feet. I seen a poll yesterday. It said it's less than 5% of Americans have $10,000 in their bank account. Less than 5%. That means if there's one guy with money and there's 10 guys around him, it's almost 100% chance that 10 guys around him ain't getting no money. If you put 20 guys around him, at that point, at least one other guy is actually getting money. That lets you know how much guys be dick eaters and don't stand on their own 2 feet. And they going to jump dick to dick just like Drake is jumping dick to dick from Lil Durk to NBA YoungBoy. That's how they be. So the biggest mistake he could have made was supporting Kamala Harris over Donald Trump. I don't really get into all the presidential debates and all that stuff. I'm just calling it like I see it on that. So y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this situation. Everybody's jumping on NBA YoungBoy's dick. I actually don't mind the NLE Chopper this because it was good for the art. It was good for hip hop. I love the creativity in the video. He was actually coming with some bars. Who do I believe is the better artist? Is YoungBoy all day. But what NLE Chopper did was dope for hip hop. All right, so y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about that. It's your boy Jet Ski G. If anybody told you they love y'all today, you know I love y'all. Also, I'm gonna drop 2 more bangers. One right here, one right here. Click one of these videos. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. I'm out, y'all.